you've been in the fertility space for a hot minute, chances are you have heard about the importance of high egg quality for conception. But how do you do that? Let's talk about it. Hey, I'm Whitney, fertility dietitian and coach, and I help busy women get out of the Google spiral and get pregnant. I've helped hundreds of women figure out their fertility so they can grow the family of their dreams. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 3 top tips to get your egg quality boosted ASAP. As always, this video is meant for educational purposes only and not meant to be a replacement for medical advice. In conventional fertility medicine, age and genetics are really the only factors they consider when they start talking about egg quality. And since those are factors we don't have control over, if you have bad eggs, you're screwed, right? Wrong, thankfully. While age and genetics are 2 very important factors, cellular health is at the heart of high egg quality. Now, you may not remember a whole lot from high school biology, but I'd be willing to bet there is one phrase that has stuck with you throughout the years. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. I don't know why. That's the phrase that all of us remember. We don't remember anything, but that is something that sticks with us. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of your cell and your fertility. By boosting mitochondrial function, we're essentially able to boost the energy production and cellular health of your follicular cells, which is amazing. Along with powering up your mitochondria, we can work to protect those cells by incorporating potent antioxidants that can prevent something called free radicals or oxidative damage. Let's talk about how we can optimize those 2 areas of cellular health to boost your egg quality. Now, the very first tip is going to be the most simple and probably the most frustrating or difficult to follow: eating enough and eating consistently. This is so much easier said than done because most of us have been on a diet since we were 13. And so learning how to listen to our bodies and figuring out what to eat, basically with fertility, we have to throw out every piece of diet advice we've ever been given. Chronic undereating is truly one of the most common barriers I see to women producing high quality eggs. In order to safely devote nutrients and energy into your egg quality, your body kind of needs to have more than enough. You have to be able to power your brain, power your metabolism, power your muscles, your heart, your skin, your liver. All of these systems that are necessary for survival are your body's top priority. And fertility will fall at the very bottom of that to-do list. And so if you're not eating enough, you won't have anything left over in order to devote that energy and nutrients to your eggs. This looks like eating 3 full meals every single day and maybe some snacks in the afternoon depending on your eating schedule or how long you're awake. And I'd also like to add, if you've ever dealt with disordered eating patterns, and I don't just mean anorexia, bulimia, I'm also meaning binge eating, emotional eating. If you've ever dealt with any of those significant issues, I would strongly recommend working with a practitioner so that you can learn how to feed your body in a way that's sustainable. My client Rachel was dealing with these exact chronic undereating issues when she came to work with me. By the time she hired me, she'd already been trying on her own for quite some time. She had gone through 3 failed rounds of IVF, and her doctor, and I mean this, usually I would give a little bit of grace, but he basically said, your eggs are bad, there's no chance you're gonna get pregnant. No ifs, ands, or buts, that was the end of it. And she was devastated. All she wanted to do was be a mother. She had always dreamed about it. She had been one of those people that grew up just knowing that she wanted to grow a big family. She left that appointment at her lowest point ever. She had all but given up hope and decided as a last-ditch effort to hire me to see if there's anything she could do to improve her egg quality on her own, hopefully achieve a successful round with IVF. Unfortunately, that one doctor's visit did so much damage. She had really lost that mind-body connection. She had lost a lot of faith in herself and the process, and it took a lot of time to learn how to love her body again. When we took a look at her diet, we could see that it was pretty low in a major macronutrient, and that was protein. She was primarily a vegetarian at the time, and her protein sources, even on a vegetarian diet, were very limited. So we worked together closely over the course of 6 months to improve her protein intake, improve her relationship with food, improve her relationship with her body, and get her mindset back to where it needed to be to allow her body to feel safe again. It wasn't a fast process to undo the damage that one doctor did, but in 6 months she got pregnant, and I'm happy to share that she is now 21 weeks pregnant with a baby girl. Has your own doctor talked about egg quality? Have they been supportive about it? Let me know in the comments and let's talk about it. Tip number 2, we need to bump up your antioxidant intake. Antioxidants like vitamins A, C, and E can bind something called free radicals in your system. Now, free radicals is probably a term that you've heard before, but you may not know the definition. All it means is that it's an atom that has some free electron space and it can glom onto other atoms and cause some structural damage. And this can also be called oxidative damage. You've probably heard these terms used interchangeably. We can avoid or limit that oxidative damage if we consume a lot of foods that contain antioxidants that help bind up free radicals and excrete them out the system. Some of my very favorite high antioxidant foods are the ones that are super brightly colored fruits and vegetables. So sweet potatoes, citrus, dark leafy greens, berries, peppers, bell peppers especially, like orange and yellow ones. Woo, so high. So I'd suggest if you're looking to boost up egg quality, try and incorporate more of those foods into your daily diet. On to our last tip of the day. Talk to your doctor about adding in some CoQ10. CoQ10 stands for coenzyme Q10, and research shows that this powerful antioxidant can impact the mitochondrial function in your cell, which remember is the powerhouse of your fertility. While CoQ10 is present in foods, it's nearly impossible to consume enough that's going to make a big health impact. In supplemental form, CoQ10 is notoriously hard to absorb, and so if you're looking into taking CoQ10, I suggest taking ubiquinol instead of ubiquinone. Now, I am not recommending that you take this or not. You have to talk to your own medical provider. In general, though, the dosing is around 200 to 600 milligrams a day for fertility. In summary, you have more control over your egg quality than you have been led to believe. By focusing on powering up your cells and protecting them with high quality antioxidants, we can naturally increase the quality of your eggs and increase your chances of pregnancy and bringing home a healthy baby. Now, the topics that we talked about in today's video are really just scratching the surface when it comes to the entire fertility picture. So if you are ready to dig a little bit deeper, I suggest checking out the section below and where I linked the Find Your Fertile Path quiz. This is where you can take a quick 45-second quiz and get a quick start fertility plan so you can focus on the fun of baby making and not just the science part. That's my job. That's all for our video today. If you are a fellow food and fertility nerd, definitely comment below and hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.